Hello students, greetings of the day. In today's session, we are going to discuss our practical number 3. In this session, under this practical number 3, we are going to learn or we are going to make use of the very important OOPS concept, that is nothing but inheritance. So in this practical number 3, we are going to make use of inheritance with the help of our C++ program. So let us start with the today's practical. We all know that our program name is computer engineering, program code is ESC computer engineering. Then the course title is nothing but object oriented programming language lab, and course code is 210247. So let us start with the problem statement. In today's practical, what we are going to implement in the practical, that we are going to discuss with the help of this problem statement. So we just have to imagine a publishing company which does a marketing for a book and the audio cassettes version. For that publishing company, we just have to create one class publication which is going to store the title of that publication and the price of that publication. Obviously, title will be a string or it might be array, character array, and price will be of type float. So for that publication class, we are going to store these two values. From this class, we are going to derive the two classes. One is book, which adds a page count, obviously, which will be of type integer. And another one more class we are going to derive, that is nothing but tape, right? Obviously, tape is not going to have the page count. It is going to have the playing time, right? The audio cassettes which we are going to play, that will play or that will be accountable with the help of playing time, which will be in minutes. Again, that will be in data type float. So the time will be in float data type. Okay, in the minutes, we are going to count it into the minutes. Means with the help of this program, we are going to write three classes. The main class will be there, that is publication class. Then there are two subclasses for this publication class are, one is book and the second one will be the tape, right? So we just have to write a program which instantiate the book and tape classes and allows user to enter data and display the data members. If any exception is occurred or which will be caught, we are going to replace all the data members value with the 0 value, right? So this is nothing but the problem statement for our third practical. Then next, we all know that what are the prerequisites, software requirements will be, obviously we just have to implement such a kind of programs in the Linux operating system with the help of G++ editor, but due to some problem, we are going to execute these problems in our C++ compiler. Okay. Then hardware requirements are there, that is computer system with minimum 2 GB RAM and the i3 processor. The knowledge prerequisite will be basic knowledge of OOPS concept, just like inheritance. This today's practical is totally depending on the inheritance concept. So it is very important that one should know the OOPS concept, the inheritance concept in detail to implement today's program. Then next, the very important part, that is inheritance, that we are going to implement in today's practical. Let us see the basic part that one should know about that inheritance part. We all know that inheritance is one of the most important feature of our object-oriented programming, right? It is the most important feature because with the help of this inheritance concept, we are going to implement the different classes, right? And we are going to make use of different content or the different methods which we have implemented in the another classes, right? So inheritance is going to play a very important role in our object-oriented programming language, right? With the help of this inheritance, we are going to provide a capability of a class to derive the different properties and different characteristics from another class is called as inheritance, right? Whenever we are going to use the different properties of different classes, the characteristics of different classes, at that time we can call it as an inheritance. Inheritance, the two main definitions are there. That is nothing but subclass and the superclass. So what will be that subclass and what is that superclass, that we will discuss. The subclass is nothing but the class that inherited the properties from another class. The class one who is going to inherit the properties from the another class is going to be called as a subclass. Means if a class B is going to use the properties of your class A, at that time that class B is known as a subclass because it inherits the properties from the class A. We can also call that class B as a derived class because it is a derived from your class A. Okay, so this is nothing but the definition of your subclass. Then we are having superclass. The superclass is nothing but the class whose properties are going to be inherited by the subclass. Whenever the class or the properties of any class are inherited by the other classes, at that time that class is known as base class or that class is known as superclass because that class is nothing but the base for the other derived classes or base for the other subclasses. That's why it is called as superclass. Okay, so these are nothing but the basic concepts that one should know from the inheritance. Then next is, let us see the source code for our today's program. So I already have implemented this program with the help of our C++ compiler. We will just discuss the coding and after that we will see that how we will get the output on our console screen. So let us see the program. So this is nothing but a program for our, just a minute. So this is a program for our today's practical. Wait for a few seconds. Hash include string.h. We are having hash include iostream.h closing braces. So in our today's program, we are going to have these header files which are very important. Okay, hash include iostream.h, hash include string.h. So as discussed in our PowerPoint presentation, we are going to have three classes. The first class that we are going to have is class publication, in which we are going to have two attributes. Character title will be there and float will be there. We just going to have the title, character area title, and we are going to have price in our float data type. Okay, so this is nothing but your class publication. Then we are going to have class book, which is inherited. We are going to inherit the class by using this operator, colon operator, and we are going to initialize, or we are going to inherit with the help of this syntax: class book, semicolon, colon, and publication. So with the help of this statement, we are going to use, or we will be able to use the attributes, properties, and the characteristics from the class publication. In this class book, we are having the page count. Page count, obviously, that will be int. Then we are going to have another class. One more class will be there, that is class CD. With the help of this class CD, we are going to, again, we have inherited the properties from our base class, that is nothing but publication, with the help of this statement: class CD colon publication. Okay, in that we are having float time, right? We are going to mention, we cannot mention the pages we are having in CD. Instead of that, we will count it into the as a time, into minutes. Okay, and after that we are having different kind of constructors, different methods used in our program. So let us start with the main function, how this program is going to be executed, that we will see. So whenever the execution starts, we are going to start with our main function. So cout endline book data, the message will be displayed on our console screen. We have an object of book. Three classes are there. One object is three classes. Publication will be there. We are having book. We are having CD. So we are going to have the object of our class book, right? Obviously, we all know that this book is going to inherit the some properties from our base class, that is nothing but publication, right? So whenever we are going to make and create an object of this class, object of this subclass book, we can also make use of the properties of our base class. So with the help of this book B object, we are just going to insert some value, that is nothing but, this is nothing but the name of publication, right, or the title of book. This is nothing but the price of that book, and this is nothing but the page count. Obviously, the book is going to have page count. So whenever we are going to print, or we are going to display this object, it will jump to the display method that we already have defined in our class book. So let us jump to the class book. So in class book, we are having book constructor is there, right? So here we are having the page count. We are going to take the value from this book. Now in this display method, or this display function, what we are going to do, we are just going to print out the title, right, with the help of this cout. Then we can just print out the price with the help of this cout statement, and after that, with the help of this cout statement, we are going to print out the page count. Means the values that we have inserted with the help of that object are going to be copied in this or in this display function, and we are going to print the title, price, and page count for that object B. Okay, so that values will be displayed. Then again we are having the another cout statement is there in main function, that is nothing but CD data. We are having the object of CD. We are having class CD. We are going to create an object for that class. Again, we all know that this class CD inherits some properties from its base class, that is nothing but publication, right? What are those properties? That is the properties that are going to be used from this class CD is nothing but the publication name, that is title, and the price, right? So with the help of this, we are just going to insert, this is nothing but the title of that publication, this is nothing but the price, and this is nothing but the attribute that comes from the your subclass, that is nothing but CD, and that is nothing but the time in minutes, that is nothing but 120.5. Again, with the help of that display function, we are going to display the values from that object C dot display. So all these values are again going to be printed or again going to be displayed on the console screen with the help of this display function. Okay, so but this display function from our class CD. So here is void display function, void display function, right? So cout title will be there. After that, price will be there. And after that, we are going to have the time in minutes. That is nothing but time that we have inserted from this object with the help of 125. Okay, so that will be copied into this PIM, that will be initialized to time, and that time will be displayed with the help of this display button. Now, how these two values will be copied from that object to the title and price? So that will that thing we have implemented in our base class. So in our base class publication, if you all observe the publication we are having, so here your T, the character array T that we are having, so that value will be copied into the title, and the value, float value, that is nothing but price, will be copied or will be initialized, P will be initialized to the price. So for both book class and your class CD, this will be the common thing that we have made use of in both the classes, right? By using the inheritance concept. So as I have made some changes, that's why I'm going to save this. Okay. After that, I'm going to compile it. So we are having 0 errors, 0 warnings. Now I'm going to run this. Okay. Some illegal file name it is saying. I think yes, I am having space here. So we will make that change. Just wait for a minute. Just wait for a few minutes. Again, the same error was there. Okay, so the blank space have been removed. Now I'm going to save this program again. Again, I'm going to compile it. Okay, now zero warning, zero error. Just I'm going to run it. Yes. Now you can see the output from your window tab in output button. Okay. So if you observe the output, we are having output that is book data. The title it is displaying is C++. Price it is displaying is 230 rupees and page count is 300. And for CD data, it is having title as programming, price is 100 rupees, and time in minutes is 120 minutes and 5 seconds or 120.5 minutes. So the values that we have passed with the help of that object B and object C are going to be displayed with the help of our class B, class book and class CD. Okay, so likewise, you can also have, you can make some modification, just like you can get the values of this title, price, and page count. Again, the values of that time in minutes with the help of keyboards, right? So by using the concepts that we have with our C++ programming language. So this is nothing but the today's program. So this will be the output that we can see as an output or as an our solution for our today's problem statement. Okay, so this is all about our today's practical. So with the help of this following program, we can say that we can instantiate the book and tape classes, right? And allow user to enter the data and display the data members with the help of this book and tape classes. Now, and we can also have use the exception concepts. If the exception is caught, we can replace all the data members values with the zero value. Okay, so this is all about our today's practical. Thank you very much.